So here's one of my scooters that I've made this modification to, and it sure does make life a lot better after winter storage. So you probably know how this works. There's a tube down underneath, I can't get to it on this bike to see it, in front of the carburetor on the air intake that runs a vacuum tube over to this valve that sits underneath the fuel tank, and there's a diaphragm in there. The upper hose is the fuel coming from the tank, the lower hose is the vacuum that comes from the air intake outlet tube, or inlet tube if you will. Anyway, the whole trick is if you can get vacuum to open that valve, and I used to just like take the fender off and then like pull the hose off and like just suck on it to get a little vacuum going to open it to fill the carburetor. I got tired of doing that, so what I decided to do is figure out a simple solution, and by using a hypodermic needle that are cheap on the internet and this fish tank lever valve, you can basically create that vacuum without having to crank your engine. So here's how it works. The tube coming from the or in front of the carburetor comes up, it hits this T right here, or I'm sorry, I just extended it. So it goes up and it goes through the valve first, comes out of the valve, now it comes down to this barrel, or this T junction here. The hypodermic needle is also on that T junction. So what happens is, normally if I pull on this with this valve open and I pull this hypodermic lever up, it doesn't go anywhere because it's just pulling air through the vacuum tube through the air intake of the engine, so there's no vacuum. So now if I close this valve, this shuts off the line going to the air intake completely, so it's a closed loop between the vacuum valve, or the diaphragm valve, this lever valve, and the hypodermic. And now if you see, as I pull it up and I let go of it, it's under vacuum. So by me just lifting this lever up for say 5 to 10 seconds, that right now is opening the fuel valve, filling the carburetor. So no more cranking the engine until your battery dies. Give it about 10 seconds, let go of it, reopen the vent or the valve. That now lets the engine vacuum go through. And you can always now tell, this is actually a way you can now test your vacuum circuit to see if you ever broke a hose, because as long as I pull this up and it stays up like that, or I'm sorry, when you close this off and you pull this up, you've at least tested the vacuum line that goes from the T junction, or from this valve through the plunger down to the vacuum or the diaphragm valve. The only part of the tubing that you would be suspect would be the piece from the valve right here and the air intake. Anything else has already been tested by pulling it up and releasing it. It's under good vacuum. So hope this helps. And like I said, the bike will start on usually the first bump of the starter button, as long as the carburetor's got gas in it. So I hope this helps guys out, and it's easy to figure out. All the parts are available on Amazon. It's pretty much self-explanatory. Just hope you like it and hope you use it.